Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Continuing with all macro month, we're on a big one tonight. One that I didn't even know was a real thing. Somebody mentioned in the comment section and I was just like, rolled my eyes like, that's a real thing? And then I looked it up and sure enough it was. Natty Daddy. 8% ABV. I mean, they just call it a lager on the can here somewhere. But obviously it's a malt liquor. It even has the ingredients on here. Water, barley malt, cereal grains, hops, yeast. Brewed and canned by Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. And just like the Budweiser, this is a full 25 ounces. So, I got it into the mug here. I have a lot of these big mugs. You know, kind of, generic, pea color. Very, very bubbly. It did have a head up to here. Whenever you see my reviews, like I always pour till the head is like, just crowning over the top. So, you know how much it's dissolved in the last, 90 seconds or so. Let's see. It's actually not horrible smelling, I thought, big, huge malt liquor made by Anheuser-Busch, probably gonna stink to high hell, but has like virtually no aroma. It just smells very generic lager. A little bit of corn in there, but I think Budweiser actually smelled worse than this. I mean, it doesn't really. I really don't smell. It's virtually odorless, which is nice. All right, let's give it a taste. Cheers. Much like the aroma, not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's a very kind of by-the-book malt liquor kind of flavor. Tastes pretty much the same as any other adjunct macro lager. Has like this is like a little bit more corn forward. Nothing really sweet. I mean, this one, as bland as Bud was, and other ones like that, like this one. More bland. I can't believe they even use hops in this. And there's no bitterness at all. And there's no real malt character. It's just like a very kind of generic lager flavor. And you know what? Like this one, I'll give it credit. I mean, actual regular Budweiser has that acetaldehyde going, that green apple character. I don't really get it on this. I thought I was going to get DMS on this, dimethyl sulfide, which is a, an off character. It kind of tastes and smells like cooked corn, like the water that comes in like a can of corn or any kind of canned vegetable. Not really getting that on here. Yeah, it's pretty bland. There's maybe like a hint of sweetness at the beginning. Has that kind of metallic flavor on the finish. It's it's very tolerable. I have a feeling though, because I drank this right out of the fridge. In fact, that's the nice thing about doing this all macro beer review month is that I don't have to, usually when I review IPAs, stouts, whatever, I take the bottle or the can out, let it sit for 10 to 20 minutes or longer. These ones, just take right out of the fridge, pour, shoot, and we're good to go. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really had all that many malt liquors. I mean, I've had like Mickey's and what's the 411 one? Steel Reserve. I kind of like that one the best because it actually had some sweetness to it. It's not nearly as bad as like the Carlsberg Elephant. That one's pretty bad. Yeah, I mean it's a generic. It's and I'll give it credit. 8% ABV, no alcohol, no heat. You can't taste it, can't feel it, can't smell it. And they somehow managed to still keep a very light body. Like drinking this, it feels like I'm drinking Bud Light. Usually big malt liquors, adjunct, you tend to get, just tons of off flavors, tons of, booze and alcohol and stuff. I don't really get it. Oh, here's what the head looks like. I mean, it's starting to warm up a little. I'm starting to get the metallic flavors coming out a little bit more. It's kind of like the generic kind of corn meal flavor to it, but I don't know. It's not. Again, it's not. I went into this thinking it was going to be horrible. It's really not. This is probably one of the better malt liquors that I've had. I think I like Steel Reserve a little bit better than this, but let's give it a rating here on Rate Beer. I forgot to mention this was only 97 cents. 97 cents for Natty Daddy. That's less than 4 cents an ounce. All right, after 5 minutes of waiting, Rate Beer is finally working. So let's rate this thing. Aroma. Again, like, you know, virtually no aroma, which is good but not great. I'll give it a 4 on aroma. Appearance, you know, very generic and clear, bubbly, no head. 3. Taste, again, just like with the aroma, I mean, it's really not. I mean, not ice cold. But I mean, fridge temp. It's really not bad. No alcohol. You know, it does have kind of a corny taste. You know what it tastes like? If you eat like regular plain Ruffles potato chips, that kind of like oily potato sensation you have in the aftertaste, that's kind of how this tastes. I don't think it's actually brewed with potatoes though. Taste, I'll give it a 4. Palate, you know, like I said, it's such a big beer, but it's light bodied and, you know, it's really easy to drink. You know, so I mean, on one hand, it's light and clean, and I mean, like, that's what it's supposed to do. And give it a 4 on palate because it's doing what it's supposed to do. Overall, say 11 out of 20. That's a 2.6. I think that's a 3. 2.6 is a 3. I was right. Yeah, that's a apt description. It's tolerable. I could drink this. I don't like it, but I can drink it. I don't think I'm going to finish this, though. You know, it's weird because it's, you know, 8% and it's not hitting me at all. I feel like I just drank water or something. So, all right, so that is it for this episode. Thanks to whoever recommended this. Actually, a few people did, so thanks everybody. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.